Hi guys and welcome back. So today is Thursday, December 8th. I didn't actually get to film a clip yesterday. I was just so busy with everything going on at work. I had a really late night Tuesday night. I stayed up to write the Christmas cards. You would have seen at the start of this clip a little footage of the Christmas cards that I made and the process of that. I will insert a photo maybe up here of the Christmas, just a collection of Christmas cards, which is what the students were working on, and the staff. We did a community project. We made some Christmas cards for a residential home that was going to come in and see the students, but also members of a local community. So I've got a couple more to write, but I spent the majority of Tuesday night writing out those Christmas cards because the students did some really lovely artwork to go on them, but they didn't want to write on the inside. So I said that I would write them for them and signed them from all the students and staff at the school. So that was a long process. I did manage to get to watch the Christmas Chronicles 2. So I had another Christmas movie on my watch list ticked off, which was really nice. Apart from that, it's just been so hectic. I've been with the students, it's getting ready for departures, so everything is a little bit busier than it would be normally. I've got a little bit of stitching done this afternoon, but not very much at all today. I spent a majority of the day making fudge and cakes and taking those in for the activities and stuff, so it's really fun. I quite like making it, and I had supplies that I wanted to use up before Christmas because I actually will be moving off-site for the Christmas break for a couple of days, and then I'll be going over to my family. So I will be obviously taking you along and showing you what's happening there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this up a little bit rather than showing all the advents all at once because there are quite a few. I'm going to try opening an advent, then I'm going to show you some of the items that I've purchased, open another advent, and so on. So we're going to start, which one should I start with? I'm going to start with a Patchwork Rabbit day number 7. I have to say I'm loving this Patchwork Rabbit series. I'm loving seeing everyone else open theirs. Oh, we have got a Cottage Garden Fred, and I love the colour. I'm trying to work out where the colour name is, and BR13, is that the colour? I'm not sure. I've never had a Cotton Garden Fred before, but that is gorgeous, and I love the different shades of pink to like a maroony pink colour. Oh, I'm super excited about that. Sorry, I'm reading the back of that. That is just such a gorgeous colour. That is such a me colour. So definitely going to be using that. So let's start with the stitching that I've done. So I would have shown you before, I was working, originally I thought I was just going to do this design, the Hedgerow by Plum Street Samplers. I'm sorry, I did put it back in the bag because I finished stitching the parts I wanted. And what I've decided to do is actually adapt the chart. I was going to combine multiple charts. So I have, as I showed you before, I had all the border stitched and I had the flowers and most of the heel filled in. So I filled in the rest of the heel, and then I took the smallest corgi from Corgi Caboodle by Plum Street Samplers. So this little guy up here, and I stitched him up. And then what I did was I took a photo of the chart on my phone and reversed it so I could put a second one on top of the heel. I did have to extend the heel by a couple of stitches on each side to fit them on, but that was just such a simple change, and I think that's really, really effective. So absolutely love that. I'm not sure what I'm going to stitch at the top. I'm just going to stitch some little bumblebees, maybe doing the little trail to form a heart like I've done before, and then I don't know, I keep thinking maybe some butterflies up there. I was originally going to do a hedgehog, but I am going to stitch the chart as called for on another occasion, but this was originally for someone. I'm not sure if it's going to be needed now. It was kind of like a get well soon type card, but They are a lot better, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. It may just be a gift to them, or I may keep it depending on the situation. So I'm waiting to find out, because it was a friend as well that had kind of said that we should do this. So yeah, so there's going to be some bees up here. I'm going to stitch those, and I'm still trying to work out what to put in this last section here. But I do love the two little corgis on the hill. I do love the Plum Street Sampler little cushions as they come. I have also got the sloth one, the sloth trio, but I will definitely need to stitch these up as they come. This is on a 14 count. I think these is quite a nice size. Maybe I'd go to a 16 count. Once again, this fabric is a Chromatic Alchemy. It's just a random dyed fabric called A2, so it's not one that you could order, but it is this gorgeous blue sky. So I think it's like a mist dye. She does a couple of those ready to order when she has them, but absolutely gorgeous. I'm really enjoying stitching that. Hopefully I'll get that finished tomorrow. So I'm going to open day number 7 of my sampler, historical sampler company. This one is a little bit heavier, so I'm not sure what this is. Oh, it's a chocolate. It is a chocolate reindeer. Chocolate Christmas reindeer decoration. His little bow has come undone in the post, but that's absolutely fine. Find something to show him up against, because otherwise we lose him. But there we go, and that's that one. So I've got a little Christmas chocolate, and so far I've got my gorgeous cotton garden threads. So I mentioned in the jingle ball that I had purchased some charts that I printed myself, and then I purchased 2 charts that I was getting printed into booklet format, just because it was easier, and that way they could deal with the sizing and things for me. So the first one I ordered was the Blue Flower 12 Dogs of Christmas. So I absolutely love these. I am wondering if I can change any of these to look a little bit more like a German Shepherd, because my family has 2 German Shepherds. You will be meeting those 2 at the end of the month, because I'm sure I'll be filming a clip while taking them for a walk. But so this is this one. I absolutely love it. I'm really glad that I did get it printed, because the way she laid it out is so nice as a booklet. I know she said on her video that she had some struggles printing a booklet, but I'm so glad that she decided to go with a booklet format in this one, and I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of this, whether it's just taking certain of the dog characters and putting them onto little ornaments. I think this is a great one to have as that, or it could be just using parts of the elements for gift tags or presents or things like that. I think they're absolutely adorable. And so many people love dogs as well, so I'm glad. I'm really hoping that she maybe next year or brings out a 12 Cats of Christmas, because I think that would be perfect to go along with that. The next one I got printed was the Jingle Ball Balls book, and I absolutely love this one. I can show you on the back the designs. So this is the frosted pumpkin design in the middle there, which I bought the other one for. I'm really excited to stitch those. I also love the hands-on design one there, the Noel one. I love quite a few of them. They are very nice. I like the fact that they're little ornaments, so we can change them up, but I see it being quite a useful little book, so that's why I decided to get it printed, so that way year after year I could go back to it if I needed to. I really like the look of the, I believe this is the Satsuma Street. It probably is the Satsuma Street. Let me just see if I can have a look. Yeah, the Satsuma Street is the one that's on the front. I love that. I may have to stitch that, but I would love to stitch it and have it hanging on the window rather than on a tree. So absolutely adorable. So I'm looking forward to working my way through stitching these. I may not focus on stitching all of them this year. I may pick one out of the book if I have time. But definitely for next year we'll be adding some of those to the ornament collection. So let's open the day number 7 swap from Facebook that I did. I have been terrible for posting these onto the Facebook group. I really need to be a little bit better at taking photos of these and posting them. And this one smells lovely, so I think it's going to be some kind of like candle or bath bomb or something. It smells lovely. It's made the whole box smell absolutely amazing. So we have got, oh, it's a Amber Noir, and I believe it's going to be a candle. Sorry, yeah. It smells so lovely. So it's a dark wax candle, and it smells absolutely gorgeous. Tuberose, violets, and amber. Oh, that just smells so nice. So I'm not allowed to burn candles at the school. However, if you leave a candle on the side, you can still get the scent from it. I can smell this even when it was wrapped up, so love that, and we'll be leaving that one on my side, so when I come in I have my room smelling absolutely gorgeous. That is really nice, so thank you very much for that one. Next up, I did get purchased. That doesn't make much sense. I did purchase during the Black Friday sale some of the Autumn Lane Stitchery ornaments. So some of these I know are in the Just Cross Stitch magazines. I did find it quite difficult to read them in the magazine because it was in black and white and the backstitch lines were in colour, but I much prefer when I've got a lot of backstitch on a chart to have the actual symbols in colour and then a separate one where I can see the actual backstitch element lines, which the Autumn Lane Stitchery does. They do a colour chart. When you buy it directly from them, they do a colour chart, they do a black and white with the colour outline and backstitches, sorry, on there, and I think it just makes it so much easier. So I buy directly from their website rather than going through Etsy, which makes it more affordable if you're in the UK because you don't get charged the additional tax that Etsy does. So the first one I bought was the Santa Claus. I think he's adorable. So he was in one of the magazines. This one was also in a magazine. I didn't get the magazine for this one, and he is called Frosty. Because I'd got Santa, I had to get Mrs. Claus, and I believe this was like a stitch along when she came out. Absolutely gorgeous. And then the last one I decided to get this time was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So I was umming and ahhing about whether I was going to get the elves, but these are so cheap to get. Their charts are really reasonably priced. Even before they put the sale on, the sale made these about £4 each, but normally they're about £6. So I don't think that is much for the amount of detail that they offer in these. So I may, when I've stitched these, go and get the 2 elves. I just decided on this occasion just to pick up my 4 favourite ones. I also think they would stitch up quite nice. They're very small charts, so you could stitch these multiple times and give them as gifts, which is something I may be doing. I may stitch them. They're 37 by 67 for the reindeer. I'm believing they're all pretty much the same size. Mrs. Claus is 39 by 67, so they're all pretty much the same size. They're under 40 by 67, which means they are going to be quite easy to stitch. And their backstitch, even though they do backstitch with 1 strand, 2 strands, it is not difficult, so don't let that put you off, because their charts are absolutely stunning. So those are the ones I got from Autumn Lane Stitchery. Let's do another day. So we're going to do day number 8 from the Patchwork Rabbit. Oh, already I can see the colour, and it's going to be Gold Leaf. This is it is Gentle Arts Gold Leaf, which is gorgeous yellow mustardy gold colour. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely love those. So those two together I think look really nice. So I have to say, I'm loving getting the threads. I'm actually going to add these directly to my ring. So I'm going to add them in the order that they came in. And I am going to think about maybe designing something with these. I don't know. I'm still thinking what I'm going to do, but I do love them all together. And they all seem to be working out quite nicely. We're not having any that are really clashing at the moment. So very, very nice for that. Let's carry on with the last things that I have to show you that I purchased are from Brooks Books. Now, I stitched the gingerbread angel. Now, I will try and insert a photo if I can find one, because I forgot to take photos of this piece before I put it on the tree. So I stitched in the summer the Brooks Books gingerbread angel because I wanted her to go on top of my gingerbread tree, and then what I did to finish her was I put her on felt. Now I put all the elements that are not going to be backed onto another piece, so if most of the elements in this are double backed, so like the gingerbread house at the bottom, there's parts of it hanging off, so I just backed the entire gingerbread house onto felt, and that way it also gives it a little bit of a dimensional look to the piece. And then to attach it to the tree, I just hot glued a felt, what are they called? They're the kids like wire felt that you wrap around. The name's gone out of my head, but you can just wrap it, twist it around, and you can attach it directly to the tree. A pipe cleaner, that's what it is. I've got some felt pipe cleaners, and I just attached that to the back of the felt. I used wool felt to back mine. I tend to do that quite a lot with my pieces, just because I love the way that it doesn't fray, and it is very easy to clean afterwards if it gets messy. So I loved stitching that one so much, I decided to pick up a couple more. She had a sale on during Black Friday, which meant all of these were about £3 to £4 each. So I jumped at the chance to get a couple more that I really wanted to stitch. The ones that I really loved the look of is the Spirit of Mrs. Claus. I absolutely love all the elements she has. I love the little Scotty dog at the bottom. She is absolutely adorable, so looking forward to stitching her. And of course, if you are going to get Mrs. Claus, you have to get the Santa. And this is Spirit of Christmas Stitching Santa. So he's got embroidered coat. He's got his little, I love his little embroidery hoop says, I love Mrs. C. He's got his gold scissors. He's a little stocking, and he's got his knitting up here in his little suitcase. Not suitcase, it's his like basket that he's carrying. It's absolutely adorable. I really can't speak tonight. It's not even late. It's about 8 PM at the moment. I've got Brooks Books Spirit of the Christmas Star. She's lovely. I then got Spirit of Evergreen. I just love the colour that she's in. And with these ones, I did last time use the called for colours, and the beads, I probably do the same on all of these. But these are just so simple to stitch, and they look so effective. I love the fact that they're stitched on perforated paper, but you do have the option if you want to stitch it as a whole piece onto fabric. I just like the perforated paper effect on them. I'm not sure how I would display them. Would I put them on the Christmas tree? I'm not so sure. My gingerbread one is definitely the angel on the top of my tree. These would be really nice if I had other trees that I'm decorating to put on top. And the last one was the one that I really wanted to get, which is Spirit of Christmas Stitching. I love the fact that she's got her little sampler down here. She's got all of her stitching pieces, and her wings have got the black backstitch embroidery on them. So those are all the charts I bought. Let's do another opening. So this is the Historical Sampler Company, day number 8. And I have no idea what these are. I have to say, this one's really like miscellaneous. There's so much different things in here. We've had ornaments, we've had chocolate, we've had ribbon. Oh, we've got another ornament in this one. Oh, that's sweet. We've got in this one, it's a Gisela Graham London little ornament hanging doll. I love her little like lacy type dress. I'm not sure if you can see her very well. But yes, and she's absolutely stunning. So sweet. These could be a fun one to like try and make, maybe doing a cross stitch dress, because she looks quite simple to actually make. That's giving me ideas. So we have got another ornament. This one does seem to be a lot of ornaments, which I'm not angry about, especially because my student's Christmas tree has got no ornaments on it. It's got baubles on it, but I don't have ornaments for them. One second, I'm just gonna get a drink. So as I was saying, this one has got a lot of ornaments in it, but I'm actually quite happy because I was looking at my student's Christmas tree. We decorate theirs with lights and baubles, and I bought this year for them little wooden, from the range, like wooden hearts and stars that had like white printed designs on them for them to put on their tree, but they don't really have many ornaments, and I'm quite happy to put these ones in a box. I mean, I've got one sat up here from the other day. Like, they don't go together, but I quite like the idea of a mix and match tree. I have still got behind me, hung up there, is the first couple of ornaments that I got, the sausage dog and I can't remember what the other one. The robin is currently sat with my cross stitching, but those are really sweet. So the last thing I bought is not actually cross stitch related, but I did find a company called Yarnworks, and I really wanted to get some nice hand-dyed wools that I could try for my wall blanket that I'm going to be working on next year. I'm going to try and like loom knit a square, and then I'm going to attach them together, so I may do 1 or 2 during the month. But I wanted to try these, and these were £6 each, so I didn't think that was bad, but I don't know how much wool I would actually need for something. So these are 81 yards, 20 grams. They're apparently sock yarn. I'm hoping this is going to work. But this one is called Wish You Were Beer, and it is this gorgeousy, that's not even a word, this gorgeous orange mustardy colour. Absolutely love this. I don't even know how much of this, if I wanted to turn this into like a shawl wrap scarf, how much I would actually need. So if you do knitting, or if you do loom knitting, let me know how much would I need. I think this is it says it's a superwash Murano 20% nylon. I believe it was like, it's sock weight yarn, so I don't even know if I can do stuff with that. And then this one, I absolutely love the colour. This was from their club. This was the January 2022. And I absolutely love the colours of this. Absolutely love it. And I was going to think I might join their club next year. I'm just not sure. Do I go for the 20 grams or do I go for the 100 grams? Like, how much do I need to make something? Like, what can I make with this? I don't want to be making socks, but maybe I want to make a shawl, or if I wanted to do a couple of their dishcloth size squares that I was going to stitch together. I just don't know how much I would need, but this one is absolutely gorgeous. I'll bring it closer to the camera so you can see it a little bit better. Hoping the camera's focusing on it. It's got purples, it's got blue, it's got so many different colours in there. It's absolutely stunning. So I'm not sure, I may sign up to the club for January. I just don't know how much of it I would need. So if you are a knitter, can you let me know down below, do you think it's a good idea to sign up and get a 20-gram skein each month? Or do I need to sign up for a larger size skein? Like, what can you make with something that is just, it's 81 yards, 20 grams? What can you make with that? I don't know if it tells me what it is. It just says it's Emma's yarn, practically perfect, small socks, mini, 20 grams. So it doesn't tell me what ply it is. But yeah, so if you have any advice, please let me know down below, because I'd love to find out about that. And then I have got my last advent to open, and then I am going to head off to do some stitching. This is my Facebook swap, day number 8. It's a chart. Did I miss something? I've got a chart. I'm not sure who this is by. It says Artist Gifts Co. Etsy. So I'm not sure if that's the name of the company, but it's called Dragon Blue, and it is a dragon head design. So it is design size, says, I'm trying to see where it says the design, because this chart looks like it's going to be very big. It's 187 by 281 stitches. Doesn't say any other company name except for artistgiftsco.etsy.com. So I'm not sure if that's one, but it is Dragon Blue. And that looks like, well, actually it hasn't got that many colours. I was about to say it looks like it's got loads of colours. It has only got 4 colours in it, which shocks me a little bit because that looks like it's going to have a ton of stitching. But just having a quick glance at the pattern, it's not confetti heavy either. It's got 4 colours, so you've got a good chunk of each colour being stitched together, which is quite fun actually. That I'm always a little bit hesitant when I see a big chart that has got multiple colours, because I'm like, I don't want to deal with the confetti. I don't want to stop and start all the time. Whereas something like that actually looks like it's possible. Yes, it is quite a big stitch. It's got 9 pages, 4 pages of stitching to it, but it's chunks of colour, so you're not going to be stopping and starting every other stitch, which I think is absolutely brilliant. So I haven't got any plans for the near future to stitch that, but that's definitely something I could look into stitching. I'll definitely be keeping that in my stash. So I feel like I've just been rambling on. My plans for this evening is I am going to try and catch up on FlossMass videos. I haven't watched anyone for the past 2 days, so I'm looking forward to seeing. I had some lovely suggestions from people as well on which ones I should watch. I also want to try and finish my piece here. As I said, I'm not sure how I want to finish that, so I might have a look through and see if there's anything that jumps out. I'm also looking into what I want to do for my New Year's stitching plan. So do I want to start one piece? Do I want to start a new piece? Or do I want to try and do the Kia Bee 12 by 12? So it's 12 starts from 12 noon to midnight on the 1st. So I'm not sure exactly how I want to do that. I'll be looking into that. I might be watching some of their videos to see what they're planning to start, see if anything jumps out. If I do, I think it will be maybe one larger chart that I've really wanted to do and 12 smaller ones. I just am not sure. So I'm going to head off because I can hear my students getting a little bit louder outside. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you are enjoying the series. Let me know if you are a knitter or if you know anything about this or where I can find out more information, because this is something I definitely want to be looking into next year. If you are in the Emma's Yarn Club already and you have any opinions or any advice or anything, please do let me know. As I said, I'm not sure what I want to do. I might want to stitch a shawl, but I think I'm going to definitely need a lot more than this. I just don't know how much I would need, but these I think would be great to stitch up at least one small panel for my quilt, well, my blanket that I'm going to be working on next year. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs